Love Spell by Victoria's Secret or some. They had a fragrance, and it was always either in the car or in their purse. When I walk past older women in public, I always say, "Oh my God, you smell amazing," because that is embodiment of a woman to me. So when they be walking up to the panel and I smell back when and they had a hand out and oh, I be wanting to hug up. But I don't. I be like, y'all want to catch my best moments? Look at Sugar Bear film with me on the panel. I hate it because you have to be like, it's a film queen in Vaughn. I'm not gonna say their name. I don't feel like she should ever get through, but.
Don't create enemies. Don't create enemies. Here you go. Here you go.
I just don't see it.
Don't come up with this, my sister.
Oh boy.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. It's not real to me. But again, this is like what they've cultured in here. Look at who our film queens.
All right.
You know.
All right.
Y'all have to realize, like, to me, realness is played with a lot of ways because they'll let anybody walk it. You know what I'm saying? And we, people are reigning in our category, have to sit back and be like, girl, what? How?
What irritates me with mine, it's a lot of houses in here. Y'all have these drag queens that are butch queens up in drags every day. Their wigs don't come off. Some literally wear their natural hair out. They're going to get laser.
I'm not gonna lie, it was Zanaya for
They're
me.
getting Botox. They're getting lip fillers, enhancements outside of what the category is based on, which now makes you a junior femme queen.
Every which way.
It's so many butch queen up in drag girls that be dominating the category, but they're junior femme queens. I stopped walking. I literally slowed down walking just because it's girls that's out now in our scene now that are junior femme queens walking butch queen up in drags. Now, granted, I'm still undefeated by the grace of God. Of course, it could be any bitch night and they get me. But I'm tired of houses allowing these girls to slide up in my category, and then when I still send y'all packing, y'all are now on the sidelines in these same clips that was going up for my tens, but then once I send your girls back to the table, you're talking that shit. Y'all have to stop doing that, because if y'all kept it a beat from the jump, you would have your girl in a femme queen realness category. I feel like it's a slap in the face for a trans woman to be transitioning from a male to a woman and identify as a woman and still be walking butch queen categories. Because drag's realness is a butch queen category.
Every day, all day. That irks me. Zanaya, I used to argue with Zanaya about this because she used to be everyday, all day girl. And then walking drags realness. And I'm like, sister, no.
Hormones don't just make you a femme queen.
No. You live your life as an everyday woman, girl.
You're not a drag.
You're not a drag no more. You're a girl's girl. You know what I'm saying? It's one legendary drag run is Megan out of Chicago, I think. Real as rain.
Megan is a drag?
Yeah. Yes. She's never out. What's the legendary?
Megan was femme queen. I really thought she was femme queen.
But she is. Why? You wear a bra every day. You wear hair every day. Nobody, even the people that said like they went out to the club bar weekend, seen her. You walking in full geesh. You're a girl.
A lot of drags now. Like, I honestly could say everybody here has seen me like this, and then tomorrow you'll see me as a boy. And 7 days from now, I have a whole beard on my face.
I feel like that's the embodiment of drag realness to me. It's hard to identify these people that just jump in categories. It has not many schoolboys here. That is like one of my favorites, of course. Him and Keys, y'all gonna always hear me screaming to the top of my lungs.
Shout out to Ty.
because Kush, Marcy, and Keys Bodega embodies the category to me. When you see them coming out there for schoolboy, they have their book bags on, they are clean. He always got an edge up, always got his face cleaned up. Keys always got fresh braids or a fresh edge up. That's all I'm looking for in a book bag. Me. Courtney is definitely one of my favorites. Yes, Courtney is definitely one of my favorites.
Prince.
The very much. Yes, the one that he handed the crown down to. Courtney is definitely one of the. He's been on it, and I love how he takes criticism from me and his house members, and he elevates himself in a category just like him. He used to be very shy. Ty would bring the bare minimum, and I used to be like, no, you gotta out the box, because it's gonna be 5 bitches in the back that's bare minimum. So you gotta get past them to make sure you up there with the elite schoolboys, and the only elite schoolboys in Atlanta to me is Kush Marcy, Keys Bodega, and Courtney Bondage, to me. And it's not a read to nobody else's house. Benji, GZ, but he's not here no more. Noise, I forgot he went to Milan. Benji used to be one of the most dominating ones here. Noise used to be a dominating one here. Those are what I look for in schoolboys. Thugs, again, I don't see that category. Every day he is the epitome of. When it came down to People's Choice, his name wasn't on the list. I was livid. I went on rants and raves because I feel like us as a community, we get the realness, we don't get the praise that the drags get, the performance girls get, the runway niggas get. We don't get that praise. We don't get that support when it comes to, oh, vote for your favorite realness person. We don't get it. Instead, we get statuses. Can we skip realness? Realness is so boring. Oh my God, realness ain't it for me. I don't want to see realness.
And they always want to slap us at the end. And I hate that.
If we're not at the end, performance is on
it.
It's at the end.
We're always at the end.
Because you want us to stay.
And they have to stop with the, oh, realness, it'd be 1,000 people. It'd be 76,000 of y'all for performance. And now in Atlanta, runway has just reached 8,000 benchmark too. So we just gonna stop acting like the categories don't be packed. And start sliding realness early
like
on.
It ain't heavy hitters. And then of course you have people like Sugar Bear. If anybody know Atlanta ballroom history, Sugar Bear is one of the ones for realness. You know what I'm saying? Through and through. To see him come out for my ball was a great thing to see because Sugar Bear don't walk nobody's balls. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see him in the back with his camera. Y'all gonna see him walking around talking shit. But like Sugar Bear definitely told me, he's like, oh yeah, I'm coming to walk your ball. And I'm like, nigga, please. Whatever, nigga, you know, who are you talking to? And then to see him up in and walking with Pumpkin, like that was a highlight for me. You know what I'm saying? To see like, because if y'all knew Atlanta ballroom scene, it revamped in 2017. Him and Dion threw the first ball that woke the scene back up, and that was the night I became an Old Navy. So that was like, it was a Father's Day ball. I want to say it was 2017, 2018. It was a Father's Day ball. Yeah. And from there on, the scene had just flourished and took off. So to see the people like Sugar Bear back on the floor because he don't walk no more. It's a lot of people that y'all don't see on the floor that literally used to be the ballroom fresh air. Seeing somebody like Ike in the back, we screaming and hollering because he's coming. And he ain't got to do much. He's going to sweep a lineup. One of my favorite realnesses. These are my favorite realness walkers, not because they're of the year. It's because when I see them on the floor, they're getting me up. They're getting me hyped. These are the ones I want to walk against because it ain't about the notches under my belt. They're going to give me a run for my money. I feel like y'all have a lot of people in realness that don't have confidence. They get up there and they be like, bro, stand still. You know what I'm saying? It's just literally about getting up and you see your panel. Y'all have never seen me doing all that. Oh, he a faggot, this, that, that. Y'all see me stand back. And I'm going to look at my panel because what well, this ain't Bigo. This ain't Facebook. We're not reading back and forth because at the end of the day, they reading me especially a woman. Again, femme queens, they reading me for blood.
The female figures, what I see as a judge, from a judge's standpoint, it's a lot of masculine energy walking up to the panel. It's a lot of masculine energy maneuvering around the panel. Like, yeah, you can read, but it's almost like the butch queen starts coming out.
Yeah.
And they get
That's
going
my
like they Dave Chappelle or something, like they up there just going. And now your deep voice coming out, and you being all aggressive, like, bitch, chill out. It's realness. You're supposed to just stand there and be fish. Hoes walk up there like Forrest Whitaker, sloop-footed, hovering over him. You already big. You gotta relax. The more tense you are, the more masculine you seem standing up there. A lot of times my battles, I'll just stand there, legs crossed. Because this gonna chew the girls up anyway. You just gotta relax. Even with the guys. Some of y'all can't start flipping out at the panel because y'all voice go to the moon. So then your eyes get big. Your eyes get big. And now you get the flipping now, and the queen is up in you. And now you're up out of here. You just gotta walk and just relax.
So some questions?
Comments, concerns about realness?
Yeah, I want to know why some of y'all are in here. Do y'all think, are y'all planning on walking realness? Do y'all want to walk it?
We have one here. No, nobody come. LSS is on Mondays.
Are you going to walk realness? Miss Boomer?
I walk in.
Miss Boomer.
No. I just get mistaken for it.
Why you don't want to? You want to get you a piece. Flash with a little suit.
Okay.
So,
How you going to walk? You going to get you a piece?
let's pull up this Monday.
I don't know.
You should.
I didn't think about it. It's just, exactly. It's like I would really have to commit to it.
I hate them letting
Bitch,
boys
that's
do
it.
that chewing gum like fish.
Bitch, that's it. Do you smoke?
Yeah,
Do you smoke?
Huh?
Do you smoke? Girl, get high and walk.
Okay.
Don't look like the tray. Eyes gonna get droopy.
Okay. Boom.
The little girl, stop pissing me off and walk. I'm just gonna have to get you some pants that's a little bit bigger.
I'm screaming.
A little baggy.
I'm back here.
He's walking. He's walking at an LSS.
So girl, walking at a while. Walking at Bodega. House the
I don't like
most get you a piece.
My thing with realness, I don't like the reading. I'm not the person to
It's not, and that's the thing. And I like that's just like this generation incorporates toxic with relationships. In ballroom, they have to incorporate reading with realness, and I don't feel like it even go together. For one, we don't even have to talk. And honestly, if we were doing voices, I'd get a lot of femme queens out of there. You know what I'm saying? I hand them the mic. It's one. I live for this girl.
But they do all fall like on like something that happened like on the day or something. Like every time, like
What you mean?
like the ball.
It always fall on the weekend.
Like it always fall on the same day or something. Like if somebody like who came down here, like and they got
Like you talking about concerts
like
and
they
stuff?
started like that. Like,
I mean, people are gonna travel. That's the reason why we do balls to where like we get out of state. Cause
they
again,
be following on the same day. Like it's like
if you look at our
it's a big
scene,
thing. That's why everybody be at like once it's with Labor Day.
mainly Labor Day weekend, stuff like that. Yeah, it's all different stages. Labor Day weekend is always a thing, and you have to realize ballroom is set up to where we get the people here because you got people that got jobs that want to do ballroom. So it really be about getting out of town legends and icons. To me, as y'all see, we have in Lovers and Friends Kiki Ball Part 2, same weekend as this weekend.
So we could do. Go ahead.
What's one thing that y'all would change in realness? That y'all would change?
I ain't trying to do shit. I don't give a fuck about ballroom, man. So I just walk it for fun. That's why you'll never see me when it comes to $1,000 battles and all that shit. You'll never see my face. I don't give a fuck about money. I do this shit for fun. There's not nothing you really mandatory gotta do. You're not gonna die or lose points on your life if you don't do ball. It's not mandatory for your life. Ball is supposed to be fun. Like yeah, you was saying. That's why you'll never see me battling for the cash. I'm taking it serious. You'll rarely even catch me walking OTA route. I only take theory because I only train man route. Just for my category. I get my OTY, my points and my grand prizes for the transfer route. That's it. I don't give a fuck about battling the whole lineup.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Half the time
That's
I be
me.
forgetting to go back for the cash. I'm not gonna lie, but when I do go back for the cash, I end up with it. But I always keep my drag runner's trophy, and I pump off. Go get my drink, you know, my part of the ball is done, and then I hear on the mic, "Where's Aubrey? Where's Aubrey? You got a battle for the cash," and I be like, Sometimes I'll pay it. Once I'm up out of that mood, I'm up out of the mood, and by the end of the ball, I'll be ready to just go. I don't care how the battle goes. I don't. That's why they gotta stop putting it at the end. But the cash be favoritism a lot of times.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some more food to take home.
Especially if the panel
I'm
is
supposed to lose my
food.
man for food.
As I walk in the other category, other than realness.
Mm-hmm.
I want to fix
It's the same stop.
I mean, after I get my legendary status in everyday realness, I would probably tap into like executive realness.
Once I get dean, I want to walk European runway. I want to tap into my butch queen side, let my beard grow back out. But I definitely have a nasty little walk up in me, so I want to get a piece of it.
I got you up, huh?
I think it'll be.
I think I would dabble All American. Yeah, I think that's something that I would want to try.
And you're tall, it'll look
I was always got the hype for it.
Yeah, I would try that. I used to try Old Navy Panthers with when Stiletto was Old Navy. They used to be like, why are you so stiff? I'm like, I can't do that. I can barely bowl, shit. What made y'all choose realness as your first category anyways?
For me, I don't know, after watching the different categories, I just like this the only one that I like could relate to. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing against, I like watching voguing, I'm saying? I'm not a voguer, but I like watching it, but like for me it was just like, what can I bring, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I can just bring my authentic self, which is just being a real dude every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this perfect for me. I know I'm not a thug. I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a rah-rah dude. I don't look like I'm a rob you, so that's not for me. Executive, I don't look like somebody, I'm gonna put on a suit every day right now, so I'm like, that's not for me either. So it's just like an everyday dude, like this is what I look like every day, so like, this is the category for me.
For me, I won't say transman realness was my first category. When I first started walking 7 years ago, I started out as sex appeal.
Okay.
But because I switched to transman realness, and focused on transman realness only because body-wise, as a trans man with no surgeries, I'm not prepared for sex appeal the way I want to come out. I've been doing exotic dancing and stripping my whole life. Before I even transitioned, I was stripping. So when I was stud, I was studded. You got what they call it, they get stud, stripping or whatever. I've been exotic dancing my whole life. So when I came into ballroom, I came out as mainstream living. My very first ball, and I walked sex appeal. But I only walked just to learn what it was, just learn, not even just about sex appeal, but about ballroom period. So I walked, and I stayed. I learned, I got the feeling of it. But I got introduced to transparent realness. I didn't know it was a category at the time. I got introduced to it, and I've been walking ever since. So while I'm walking transparent realness, I'm still getting me and my body together for the category I really want to come out for.
It wasn't my first category. My first category was dress performance. I got a couple of years in it.
I remember that.
And then I paid it. I wouldn't say I paid it. When I was a bodega, I was the first overall princess at House of Bodega. When I was a bodega, I only walked performance. That's how I ended up getting my drag performance of the year. When I departed from bodega, I stayed away for like a year. When I came back as a Von Dutch. Von Dutch is who actually pushed me into drag realness. Drag realness was never on my mind to walk. I knew I was real. Of course, people always said it, but it never really popped in my head to like just get out there and just walk the category. But once I walked it. The first time I walked it was like, I just took off and I've been going ever since.
I came from Alabama ballroom, which is we really didn't know what was what. We just got out there when they set a ball and we did what we knew. I actually started off voguing, surprisingly.
I knew you was a twister first.
Yeah, I was a twister first from Alabama.
Thank you.
I started voguing because it was something to do in Alabama, and I was a dancer in Alabama. Coming here, Man Prodigy, y'all probably know him. He was Old Navy.
Godfather Old Navy.
A Godfather Old Navy, and I had walked in the bar, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're Old Navy."
He literally said that at the bar.
And pushed me, so I'm just standing up there doing one of these, like, and everybody chanting. I was like, "What is this? Like, what the fuck?"
And then we all just started
You dead ass see him walk up to at the time Mama Jatari.
I walked through. I said, "He's Old Navy."
Who's Old Navy? Who? Him? Oh, okay. But he chanted instantly. You know what I'm saying? For me, I started really falling for realness after I was really the main one walking consistently. I chose Schoolboy for me. I walked because I continued to walk it after I left